few days ago, I made a video where I basically was just making fun of myself and Girl Garden for like 8 minutes straight. I was basically just astonished by the fact that this game got 2 million concurrent players. And the only other game at the time to have broken that record was Blox Fruits with like, I think 2.4 million, I think. I thought those numbers were crazy. Then it got to 5 million. Do you know how many people that is? Okay, granted, like a few 100,000 of them are probably like bots. That is larger than the population of Lithuania and Latvia combined. Monumentally insane. No game has ever came close to this. Blox Fruits got 2.4 million. Grow a Garden doubled that. Now, I actually went online for some online discourse to see what the general opinion was on this game, and apparently it's actually quite polarized. I thought that most people would be ridiculing the game because of how like simplistic it was, and just how you plant a seed in a pocket of soil and you water it and you just see it grow. Like, if you want to see something grow, okay, look, if you're a guy, right, here's what you do. You go on OnlyFans, you subscribe to a model, you see pictures of their tits and whatnot, right? You look at your dick, and it's gonna grow in size. Apparently this is what counts as entertainment for a lot of people. I don't know. Also, I just want to point out, Asimo, the co-creator, I guess, I don't know, of Jailbreak, he's made a couple posts on Twitter just congratulating the team for reaching 5 million concurrent players. And he makes this really, really weird post where he says that he's not actually like complimenting the game for being good or whatever, but he's just complimenting the game's design, which got us to 5 million players. First weird thing he put is, I only wrote all this because every game I see makes a splash on Roblox. I also see ridicule for what they deserve, as if games should be judged by some emperor giving his approval or disapproval. It's deeper than that. First of all, you sound like you sound like this. The phrase, "it's just a game," is such a weak mindset. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. I don't know why, it really comes across as that. Also, this might be a lot more better suited for like other games which have gotten popular randomly, but you need to understand, this is the most popular game on Roblox right now. People can and will criticize it for one reason or another, so I don't know why he's shocked at this. Also, remember when I said earlier that he's not necessarily complimenting the game, he's just complimenting like the whole mechanic of it, of like the updates and shit. But whenever anybody says something even remotely negative about the game, okay, this is what he's doing, right? Imagine this. He's going over to the developer, okay, he's gonna crouch down, take off his pants, and Asima's gonna go that's what he's doing right now. Now, you might have disagreed with my opinions on whether or not this game is good or not, but I think we can all agree on one thing. Nobody likes Preston. He's a fucking entitled cunt who thinks that free-to-play players are inferior to pay-to-win players because he wants that that money. Exquisite. Yeah. So what does he do? He chases the trend and says, grow an egg on Pet Simulator 99, and it's fucking real. And you see how he also like takes the design of the egg. He or his team or whatever the fuck, they knew that Grow a Garden had like this study design with like studs and shit. So he purposefully made the egg look like this to entice people who really don't know any better, mostly kids, to say, hey, you know, this is exactly like Grow a Garden, except you're growing eggs. You're growing eggs. By the way, I just want to say for the record how fucking retarded this is. So apparently this thing is watering an egg and it grows into that. That doesn't happen. Grow a Garden, at least it conceptually makes sense because you're planting seeds and growing it, because that's how real life works, right? You're planting fucking eggs and growing what the fuck? Oh my god. So why am I saying all these things? Well, if you've ever been in Roblox long enough, you will most likely see like a trend of like the different eras of Roblox or whatnot. For example, 2017 to 2018 was like the era of prison life and jailbreak games. 2019 was like the era of camping games. 2020 was the era of Piggy. 2021 was the era of Friday Night Funkin' clones. 2022 was like the era of Doors. 2024 was like the era of Forsaken. You get what I mean, right? There's like a defining game of that era of Roblox that perfectly sums it up. And I'm afraid that Grow a Garden, or these grow whatever the fuck games, Grow a Dildo games, are gonna be setting a precedent for future games, because Preston is clearly chasing that bag right now, right? And a lot of people, a lot of developers, you know, they want their game to be popular, so they're obviously gonna look up to like other people, including Preston. So they're probably gonna make their own like even sloppier version of Grow a Garden, which is definitely not going to help anybody whatsoever. So I have pretty bad feelings about this new era that we're entering, because it would just be so boring. You just plant shit and they grow. Just fucking start your own marijuana plant and just start smoking them in Florida or whatever the fuck. Also, to the people who are about to comment, why are you being so miserable? Just let them play what the fuck they want. Well, this is the internet. And as the famous Bo Burnham once said, apathy's a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time.